2012 Suzuki King Quad 400 ASI. Got some bad gas. Had to break into the fuel pump, and these 4 bolts come off, and you can remove this and buy a rebuild kit. Pretty straightforward. It's a filter inside along with the pump. It's just these 3 fuel lines and this cap. You want to be careful with these blue connections here on your fuel injector feed line, because you'll wind up snapping them. You break those, you're in for a hunt to find you new fuel lines. You can see how it's routed up behind it. Back here it goes to the fuel regulator, which then feeds fuel, and you can see the line back, let's see, back there again, feeds it up to your fuel injector, which is up here. Now you can't really see it, it's hidden back in there pretty good on your throttle body. Your throttle body's back in here, and it's right up there on the top. Can't really see it. Anyway, got this all cleaned up and replaced. Made sure my lines were clean and I was pumping fuel, and it still wouldn't start. So what we found, or what I found, a little bit of research, not much out on the web right now, but right there is your, and I believe that's a Torx 25, that's your throttle position sensor. You've got to go in and readjust that. What was happening is the ATV would start, and then it would idle for a second, shut off, or if it idled at all, you try and press on the gas, it'd die. But you adjust that, and then there's your idle adjustment Allen right there beneath it. I believe that's number 4. I believe that's a 25 Torx bit. But I'm sure there's a more technical way besides doing it by ear. But when you adjust this TPS sensor down in here, you're going to want to do it while it's running if possible, because what's going to happen is it's going to die when you actually give it throttle. So I went through and cleaned all my connections. I stripped this thing down and was looking at everything, trying to figure out why it would start and idle at times but not run. And it's that throttle position sensor back in there. And I've seen several videos and comments. Guys are all running into the same issues. And this is 2012. Got some bad gas in it, and the filter bowl was the pump bowl was pretty ugly looking, so I had to cleaned it pretty well. But your rebuild kit will come with a gasket, pump, filter, and the connections you need on the inside. Like I said, 3 clamps here, fuel line here, or 2 clamps, excuse me, a fuel line, your electrical connection. You've got a couple, but it sits in this bracket that actually connects it to your fuel regulator back there, your fuel regulator assembly, and then the bracket just feeds through these grommets. Sorry, I'm doing it one-handed. There we go. And then you can see where it bolts right up in behind there. A couple 8mm. Obviously everything on the spikes is metric, so just be prepared. But you're going to want to have the side panel off, and it probably would help just to go ahead and take the rest of it off to get to that TPS sensor. I hope this helps somebody, because I've been fighting with this thing for a week.